honestly and in good faith with a view to the best interests of Montreal Lake Cree Nation and its members, and that I will exercise care and diligence in performing the duties of my office. And the declaration qualification, I, Cal Henderson, solemnly declare that I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government, and I further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, and that I will immediately divest myself of the same for the duration of my term of office. Undertaking to adhere to banned laws, customs, and traditions. I, Cal Henderson, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government during my term of office, including, but not limited to, the MLCN Election Act, the MLCN Executive Act, and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good role model, whether on or off reserve, during my term of office. I also understand that any malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and may result in my being removed from office.
Shake hands with the elected official. And its members, and that I will exercise care and diligence in performing the duties of my office. I, Dean Henderson, solemnly declare I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government, and I further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, that I will immediately divest myself of the same for the duration of my term in office. Undertaking to adhere banned laws and customs and traditions, I, Dean Henderson, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government during my term of office, including but not limited to the MLCN Election Act, the MLCN Executive Act, and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good model, whether on or off reserve, during my term of office. I also understand any malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance. Thank you. Thank you, Dean. Congratulations.
Good evening. I want to say thank you to the elders for opening prayer. Montreal Lake Cree Nation, oath of office. I, Tronita, solemnly swear that I will act honestly and in good faith with the view of the best interest of Montreal Lake Cree Nation and its members, and that I will exercise and care and diligence performing the duties of my office. Declaration of I, Tronita, solemnly declare that I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government, and I further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, and that I'll immediately divest myself from the same duration of my term of office. I, Tornado, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by laws, custom, traditional of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government during my term of office, including but not limited to the Montreal Lake Election Act, the MLCN Executive Act, and this oath of office. I understand that I'm expected to act as a good role model, whether on or off reserve, during my term of office. I understand that any malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and may result in me being removed from office.
Sorry, I'm getting sick, so I'm sorry about that. Good.
Get tested. From Little Red, Councillor Dallas Nita.
Montreal Lake Cree Nation, oath of office. I, Dallas Netaho, solemnly swear that I will act honestly and in good faith with a view to the best interests of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation and its members, and that I will exercise care and diligence in performing the duties of my office. Declaration of qualification. I, Dallas Netaho, solemnly declare that I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government,
further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, and I will immediately divest myself of the same for the duration of my term of office. Undertaking to adhere to band laws, customs, and traditions. I, Dallas Nataho, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government during my term of office, including but not limited to the MLCN Election Act, the MLCN Executive Act, and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good role model whether on or off reserve during my term of office. I also understand that any malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and may result in my being removed from office. Thank you.
But definitely, our new councillors have been ready. Oh. Another new councillor, Charmaine Ermine. Ready.
Thank you. Thank you for the opening prayer. Montreal Lake Cree Nation, oath of office. I, Charmaine Ermine, solemnly swear that I will act honestly and in good faith with a view to the best interest of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation and its members, and that I will exercise care and diligence in performing the duties of my office. Declaration of qualification. I, Charmaine Ermine, solemnly declare that I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government, and I further declare that I have disclosed any conflict of interest or potential conflicts of interest, and that I will immediately devise myself of the same for the duration of my term of office. Undertaking to adhere to bad laws, customs, and traditions. I, Charmaine Ermine, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of the Montreal Lake Cree Nation government during my term of office, including but not limited to the MLCN Election Act, the MLCN Executive Act, and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good role model, whether on or off reserve, during my term of office. I also understand that any malfeasance and misfeasance and nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and may result in my being removed of office.
Thank you, Charmaine.
Congrats, sir.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, sir.
You didn't need to make pamphlets with buttons.
Congrats. Congrats.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lawrence Lewis. I'm the electoral officer for the 2020 Montreal Lake Cree Nation general election. I wanted to take a few minutes today and speak with you directly about how we're going to manage your general election process as a result of the recent COVID-19 protocols and procedures that are being implemented to look after and protect everyone's health, welfare, and security. I wanted to let you know that today, as a result and following the nomination process on March 16th, you have elected to office by acclamation 3 offices for the Montreal Lake Cree Nation and the 2 offices for the Little Red sectors. Those 5 candidates were acclaimed today and shall take office immediately following the execution of their oath of office. Those candidates, in addition, will, pursuant to Section 16 of the Election Act, work arm in arm with the Office of Chief and the Office of Off-Reserve Councillors or incumbents who have been recalled to act as advisors until we can go forward with the general election. I have, in consultation with the Governance Committee, postponed and rescheduled the general election for the office of chief and the office of off-reserve councillor for July 31st, 2020. We will have advanced polls the week prior pursuant to the Election Act. Again, I want to assure you that we're doing everything reasonable and appropriate to ensure the welfare and safety of the community. Until this matter has resolved itself or appears to be resolving itself, we're going to avoid any polls or any other gatherings where folks will come together just simply for the safety and well-being of your community. We're unsure of the full impacts of COVID-19, and we want to be overly cautious in protecting your welfare and the protection of your old people. So again, on July 31st, we will have elections for the office of chief and for the office of off-reserve councillor. As a result of the nomination meeting today, 3 offices for Montreal Lake and the 2 offices for Little Red have been acclaimed. Again, pursuant to Section 16, the incumbents, the chief and the off-reserve councillor, will be recalled to act as advisor and work arm in arm with those elected candidates to ensure the continuity of governance, the safety of the community, the authority of the administration, and to look after your interests during this difficult time. We appreciate your patience and understanding. If at any time you have any questions, please contact me directly at Lawrence@OneFeather or by phone at 250-889-1582. We'll be available to answer your questions. All the very best, and look for the notices posted by me with regard to this voting event and by the governance committee. Everything you need to know will be in those notices. All the very best, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.